And here we have Mahalia, who is looking at some of the social issues that impacted the country in 2019. Mahalia, what were some of those issues that really made an impact and made headlines throughout the year?
In 2019, Venezuelans fleeing their homeland got the opportunity to live freely in Trinidad and Tobago as the government implemented a registration process. But while the Venezuelans were celebrating, some 69 TNT nationals were longing for the same freedom as they found themselves caged like animals. The pastor holding them saw it as a form of rehabilitation. Venezuelans who had fled to this country were allowed to register during the period May 31st to June 14th. At the end of the process, 16,523 Venezuelans were registered. On day one, hundreds of Venezuelans flocked to the registration centers, seizing the opportunity to remain in this country. They lined the street, many taking up positions from overnight outside the centers in Port of Spain, San Fernando and Tobago. But while they were grateful, one Venezuelan, Valentino Carrion, believed more should have been done to assist them.
The government have to do more things for we, like the education for them kids and for them adolescent and adult too, for who need studying.
On June 14th, the doors of the registration centers closed, but those left outside were still given the opportunity to register, in some cases the following day. At the end of the process, the Venezuelan nationals were issued a receipt and would later receive their registration cards as promised by the government. The cards valid for 1 year. Minister of National Security Stuart Young also announced he had signed an order requiring Venezuelans to have visas to enter Trinidad and Tobago. That took effect on June 17, 2019. In October, the nation awoke to the shocking news of the rescue by police of 69 people being held in inhumane conditions in cages. 4 of them were women. Police Commissioner Gary Griffith, who was leading the raid on the Transformed Life Ministry Rehabilitation Center, initially classified it as human trafficking. The commissioner said some of those who were rescued were there for quite a while.
Some of them have stated that they've been here for a few years.
But Minister of National Security Stuart Young later said the incident could not be classified as human trafficking, but he said government had severed all ties with the facility since July 2015.
This rehabilitation center, the information we have at this stage from the Ministry of Health, was not registered and was not an approved center to house persons under the Mental Health Act.
The church was known to cater to rehabilitating drug addicts, alcoholics, and those mentally unstable and violent, and some relatives revealed they had been paying $4,000 monthly to keep their loved ones at the rehab center. Founder of the center, Pastor Glenn Awong, denied allegations of abuse of patients and that tasers and batons were found during the search by police of the premises. He also dispelled reports that he and others employed at the center were arrested or that the facility had been shut down. Pastor Awong has since resumed church services at the center. Mahalia Joseph Wharton, TTT News.